Hello everybody and welcome to another video. In this video we want to read the story of Lina who loves photography and we want to learn a few words of English. So let's start. Lina loved taking photos. One day she joined a wildlife tour in Africa. So she likes photography, she likes taking photographs, and she joins a wildlife tour. So it's a tour to see wildlife, to see wild animals in Africa. You'll see wild animals up close, the guide said. Lina imagined lions in tuxedos and monkeys drinking tea. So the tour guide says you're going to see wild animals up close. Up close is from a small distance. You're going to see them nearby. And then Lina says, okay, so if I want to see those animals, they probably are very polite and they have tuxedos and they're just drinking tea. Well, I think she's stupid. um, so Lina imagined lions in tuxedos and monkeys drinking tea. It wasn't like that. On the first day, an elephant sneezed on her camera. Then a baboon stole her lunch. She tried to take a photo of a lion, but it yawned and walked away. On the last day, Lina sat under a tree, feeling disappointed. So this is what happens whenever we have our hopes up, we want to accomplish something. It's very easy to, you know, deal with disappointment. Things don't work the way we want. Let's read it. It wasn't like that. On the first day, an elephant sneezed. Sneeze is like achoo, sneeze. An elephant sneezed on her camera. Then a baboon stole her lunch. Stole is the past form of the word steal. Let me write it for you here. If I can, I should be able to see it. Yes. Okay. Stole is the past form of the word steal. What else? We had the word sneeze. Sneeze like achoo. That's sneeze. And there's the word cough, which is similar to sneeze but different. Cough is like this is coughing. Sneeze is when you're feeling allergic or something like that. And then they have the word yawn. Yawn is when you're tired and like, oh, that's a showing of how you're tired. That's yawning. So sneeze, achoo, cough, and yawn. Interesting words. She tried to take a photo of a lion, but it yawned and walked away. On the last day, Lina sat under a tree, feeling disappointed. Disappointed is similar to the word disappointed. I could maybe, yeah. Disappointed and let down. Let down is similar, or frustrated. Frustrated, disappointed, and let down. Okay, now it's probably. Let's move on. Suddenly, a giraffe came and gently sniffed her hair. So a giraffe comes and, in a nice way, smells her hair. Gently is like slowly, without being wild. Sniffed, smelled her hair. Then it sneezed too. Another sneezing. At least they're consistent. So she says they're consistent. They're doing this all the time. They're not changing. They're consistent. They all sneeze. She said, laughing. So she said, at least they're consistent. And she said it while laughing. Her camera was full of weird animal selfies. So she had lots of selfies on her phone that were weird, strange. Some by accident, obviously. She posted them online, and the internet loved them. Her photo series, Wild Animals Hate Me, went viral. So she posted all those photos that she didn't expect to take, the photos that looked strange, not the way she wanted. And the internet loved it, and it went viral. You know, the word viral comes from virus. Virus, and the adjective form, viral. Let's move on. I could, okay. When viral. Yeah. Now she's a famous wildlife photographer. Pay attention to the pronunciation of the word photographer, the stress of this word. Photographer. If I can put it here. Photographer. As you see, the stress is on the ta, photographer, photographer. But if I search for the word photograph, you'll see that in the word photograph, the stress is in the beginning. Photograph, photographer. If I can put it here, yeah. So how do we show the stress of the word with this sign, this mark of comma? It shows where the stress of the word falls. And in the word photographer, it's in the it's in the middle. In the word photograph, it's near the in the beginning. Yeah, photograph. Okay, that's it. Let's move on. Now she's a famous photographer, but she always carries a towel. Now she always needs a towel with her. Wherever she goes, she needs to have a towel. A towel is what you use after you wash your face and you want to dry your face. That's a towel. And she always carries it. Carry is to have something with you. Wherever you go, you move it with you. To take with. Carry. So, for example, some people carry guns. They have guns with them. This woman carries a towel because she's taking photos of animals and they sneeze on her face. They're crazy. And she says the animals are beautiful, but they have no manners. Manners means if you're polite. If you have no manners, then you're not polite. Have manners. Have manners is the same as be polite. They have no manners, so they're not polite. Okay, so that's the story. It shows how sometimes when we have a goal, we can face setbacks and disappointments. Let's learn this word, setback. Something that sets you back, something that stops you, obstacles, hurdles. These are the things that you'll face if you want to accomplish your goals. And it's okay. Things never work out the way we want, but if we're consistent, if we're perseverant, we can accomplish our goals. We just need to have grit. We talked about the word grit and the book by Angela Duckworth. We're going to read more about this book later, but for now we can just review the fact that grit is made up of perseverance and passion. Passion is the love you have for accomplishing a goal, and perseverance is when you don't stop. You can try hard to accomplish the goal for a long time. And how can you do that? It's usually when you have purpose, when you have a goal which is external to yourself. If you only think of yourself, I want to be happy, I want to make money, that is not going to take you long. But if you look at great paragons, those who are very successful, those who have accomplished a lot, one thing they have in common is they usually have a goal which is beyond themselves. For example, I want to help the world. I want to help these children here. I want to help people speak English better. Wherever you have a goal that is outside of yourself, it's not selfish, then you can have perseverance on the road and you can accomplish your goals more easily. So that's something that we need. We need a goal. We all need a goal that is beyond ourselves. It kind of reminds me of another book I talked about before, Bullshit Jobs. In the book Bullshit Jobs, the author talks about the concept of meaningful job, that we all need a job where It's not just about the money we get, but knowing that when we go home at the end of the day, we have made a difference. We want to know, it's universal. We all want to know that we have made a difference. It's amazing how different other authors talk about the same concepts in different ways. So, as I said, Grit by Angela Duckworth. Bullshit Jobs, I don't remember the name of the author, I can check, but it talks about the same concept. The book is by David Graeber. Yeah, the book Bullshit Jobs by David Graeber. And then I'm going to talk about yet another person who talks about the same thing, and that is Darren Acemoglu. Let me see. I do not vividly remember the name of the book where he talks about this, but he is an amazing economist, one of the best in the world. And he talks about an idea of how we all need to have meaning in our lives and from our jobs, and that's something that gives us purpose. So it's an important thing. We all need to have a meaningful job where we know we're making something that really helps the world. Yet another book, I think it's probably The Upside of Irrationality. I think in the book, The Upside of Irrationality, also this concept is talked about. The idea that if you give people a lot of money, but they don't have a purpose, they do something, they build something, and then you just destroy it, it's not going to make them happy. They don't want to keep doing such a job. So the core idea is the same. We see it in different books come up again and again. The idea is we all need to have a meaningful job. So we need to try to find something that we're passionate about, and then just find a meaningful job and career. All right, let's go back to the slides. Here we had some conversation questions. On the bottom of the page here, you see questions. There are 3 questions. If you try to answer these questions yourself, you can improve your speaking skills. Have you ever seen a wild animal in real life? Should wild animals be kept in zoos or left in nature? Why do you think some people are afraid of wild animals? So if you try to answer these questions, you can improve your speaking skills. You can try to use the phrase wild animals in your answer. There is one last thing we can do. It's look at some words and their meanings. Wildlife, animals living in nature, not kept as pets or on farms. They're farm animals, they're domesticated animals, and they're wild animals. The next word is tuxedos. Tuxedo is a fancy black suit worn on formal events. Next one, baboons, special large monkeys. Next word, disappointed. Disappointed is feeling sad because something didn't happen the way you hoped. Next one, sniffed. Sniff is smelling. Smell something by taking air through the nose. Next one, consistent. You remember from the story when animals kept sneezing on Lina, Lina said, at least they're consistent. They all do the same thing, they're consistent. And last word, manners. Manners is polite or proper behavior, especially in social situations. Okay, that's it. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I hope this video has helped you improve your English skills as well.